Hello, welcome back to Dominion 6. We are continuing on with our Ermor playthrough as we just gobble up the continent. We have a couple of factions in play, and Uber in the north, but they have not expanded very far, which has been fantastic because we have just been expanding everywhere. We have Theodoros probably down here, and then we have Atlantis, I think, in this little bubble in and around somewhere. The underground faction's already been destroyed. We ended on an intern. Let's start on an intern and keep things rolling. It's a nice map if we don't get ganked by all the sea parties. Yeah, they are definitely our biggest threat. Enchantment goes up to level 4. Aphrodite has sensed the location of 3 previously undiscovered thrones. That's right, our god has just formed. We're searching for stuff. A battle in Blue Beauty. Oh, we got whomped. So this is the throne right next to our capital. I summoned a group of mercenaries here, Itchid warriors, thinking, maybe these guys would do okay against the sea trolls. They didn't. They did kill the Hydromancers, the Initiates of the Deep, and the Kraken. I actually kind of want to see this fight, because we don't do much in the way of underwater fights. I also got to be honest, I thought a Kraken would be way bigger than that. Initiates of the Deep and Sea Troll. Looks like just some Sea Troll bodyguards. So these Sea Trolls just kill everybody. But a bunch of our guys just run past them and are like, see you later, losers. Damn, they regen 10 a turn? Underwater regen 10%, regeneration 10%. Woo! Dude, that is so spicy. What are these water elementals? Yeah, it's just like some of our guys were like, quick distraction, go for the mages. Wow. They did a great job at just getting to the back line. Now, weirdly enough, it seems like we've ignored that guy. Oh, because we're running. And then we run back into those trolls who just gut us entirely. Whoo-ha-ha. So there is still one Hydromancer, but we killed the Initiate of the Deep. And a Hydromancer, and a Kraken, and a Triton Guard. Yosh. That's alright, man. They're mercenaries. Pavonia loses a Dominion. This keeps happening. And the Blightlands are starving. That's probably our huge army. It is. And the reason for that is because they are all going into Bergamum. We have 428 troops here. That's a lot of paisanos. That is a lot of paisanos. This is going to be a huge battle, but it is for one of the best thrones. In the meantime, our other sea boys. Nice. 75 morale there now. Are just going to keep picking up little sea locations here. And doing what they do best. We built a temple up in Kepria. This guy can keep moving around and building temples. I guess let's go... A lot of weird stuff up here. I kind of want to see Uber, see their base. This homie has just been exploring underground right now. And then you and you were going to hang out. And Aphrodite, I think we were going to try either empowering her for an extra glamour. We do not have the gems for that. Wow, we have just gotten access to all of her new magic items, which is a lot. So there was some stuff that I wanted to make to give her boosts to things like nature magic. We got fine bows, fine shields, mistletoes, and the Gossamer Veil gives her +1 glamour magic, which would be a good one. Displacement. Robe of the Sea gives her the +1 water magic and allows her to go capture that stuff as well. So that was one of the big ones. And then I believe there was also like the cornucopia here, temporary magic gems. And there was another one in here as well. Temporary glamour gems, dream spool. Lots of cool stuff here. So let's give her a robe of the sea. This guy could search Tier 2 Priest. Why not? And Atticus the Flamen is also here, who's a grand communicant with water and fire. So he can also probably make some water-based stuff if we're lucky. A Frost Brand. Honestly, that would be pretty good. Especially for like our ambidextrous guy. He could wield a flaming sword in one hand and a frost sword in the other. I like that. Force him to go on land, right? Yeah. I mean, they're going to have to come up on land once I start taking all these thrones, so. It's going to be a lot to do. This is our undead dude, who is picking up his endless supply of undead troops. I am largely worried he is just going to become too old, but he's not sacred. We could give him a blessed shroud. Hear me out. If I was to give him a Shroud of the Battle Saint, he would age much slower. And I kind of like that idea. You are a Archbishop, Tier 3. You are a Bishop. Curious that I've made different types of you. What need you make? Do I need more commanders? I guess I could make another one of these horsey commanders. We have a lot of horses right now, so actually not a terrible idea. You're going to move down there and join the gang. And then we'll keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Underwater, both of those swords would bubble. I don't know what that means. Like they create bubbles around them? Seems interesting. Alteration. We are researching super fast. No magic sites. There was a battle in the small sea. Our mermen. Shark Knights. Oh, that's cool. We did manage to beat them there. And the huge fight here in Bergamon, which we lost. A Chthonic lion is a mythical lion with an extraordinarily thick hide. Slash resistant, pierce resistant, invulnerable to non-magical weapons. Magical forest survival animal with dark vision and undisciplined. 26 of them got 233 kills. These watchers, which are also statues that shoot lightning, also got 100 kills. This is brutal. We just lost most of our army. There's the mass bless. So like everyone has got morale, cold resistant, bark skin, unaging, and heroism. They flee when things get too close. So there's a bunch of heavy cab in here, but these lions are what really do the damage. Our cavalry move into the militia. But you can see these statues in the back, the watchers. There is also the monolith. A powerful spirit that inhabits a huge standing stone. He's got a ton of gems. The spirit cannot leave the monolith, but it can possess willing targets in order to make it be heard and perform tasks such as forging items for enchantment. How does a monolith do that? The spirit is tremendously strong in its dominion, and it's also magically powerful. In a physical battle, the stone would be difficult to destroy, even though it cannot strike back. Same deal here with him. Inept Smith, innate spellcaster, affliction resistance, experience. Level 6 earth magic, level 5 astral. Oh, man. Let's also just turn on the grid, the squares, and the battle log. I mean, our Sacred Cavalry doing a great job. Getting into the light cavalry, the horse archers. It's wild. We just have so many troops. Their guys start running, and our guys are moving up. The problem is susceptible to fire. Curse of Stone. Recuperation skilled rider. Starving. Oh, yeah. We don't have any magic damage on our guys. What's the deal with these dudes? These heavy cav are just like really, really tough. They're holding up a lot better than I thought they would. The Pegasus Riders are doing really well. I guess we're out of range of all the lightning. But then they get into combat. I guess they must run out of arrows at a certain point. Diseased and starving. Talk about feeding Romans to the lions, right? Part of the problem here is our morale is so good, our guys refuse to give up. What a goddamn disaster. We lost our cavalry leader, who was really, really good. Our Legatus has got out, though. I lost 50 Equites. The Equites did good work. The Hestatuses did some good work. The Pegasus Riders actually didn't do that good. They only got 3 kills. Triaris is 32, 0 kills, 28 of them died. Whew, buddy. All right, well, at least we're not being, like, threatened by anyone. -2 Dominion, +2 Dominion. -1 Dominion, -1 Dominion. What? What a disaster. You're my prophet, right? Yeah, okay, you didn't die, thank God. What a goddamn disaster. Oh man. Well, thankfully we have a huge army back home. Let's just go pick them up. Couple Pegasus up here. This guy is going back to craft astral gear. You're making temples. I can't believe that. We got to figure out how to get some good magic damage. More cities for recruitment. We got a few right now. We're building a palisade up here in the Land of Plenty. Flemiston has one. Sirmios has one here as well. but they recently got emptied out, so we're going to have to head back to the capital to properly get these guys going. The good news is that we do have a horse guy here. Oops. Christy, good morning, good morning. Unbreakable never retreats, fantastic. Oh, sure, you're telling me it's do or die. Very much do or die. 27 horsies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bodyguards. Hold an attack. The rearmost enemy. Split that in half. Hold and attack the rear. Hold and attack the rear. Perfect. Equites. Equites. All my researchers back here. Get these out of the way because they're going to look like they're in the way otherwise. Back you go. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. I had no idea I could do that. Shift click and you can grab a whole bunch of them all at once. You are going to bless, and then attack the rearmost enemy. Yeah, I think so. Well, the great news is that we needed another cavalry leader. I think I will still try to probably grab another one of those guys. I like the Equites of the Sacred Shroud. I just feel like they are generally better than these guys, even though they are way more expensive. But it's like, what else are we using our holy points on? They're literally our only holy unit. I should be making more of them to use up all of our holy points. Currently, I'm still making a lot of lizards. A lot of lizards. I think we're going to stop doing that. We probably have enough of them. Wow, all of those lizards did not equal one guy. Disgusting. I don't really know that I want any more serfs. Do I have any Triari in here? No. All right, hold on. 5 of these guys with the standard bearer. So close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sacred dudes. Second Triari. Yeah, let's do that. That's a good... I like that setup. That feels nice to me. You can just patrol right now. I'm not sure what this guy is doing. He is like a holy leader. You are equipping this Robe of the Sea. And you're also going to equip one of those XP scrolls. You are going to equip this Sacred Battle Shroud so that you no longer age. Or at least you don't age rapidly anymore. And then I believe you're just going to keep... Oh, cool. Let's cast Twiceborn. So if he dies, he's going to come back as like a... basically as a Lich. Which is really good considering how much death magic he has. Get those Wizard Blizzard Lizards. I mean, we're going to need to take probably these Mermen. What I probably should do here, I'm going to make another Merman leader. And I'm going to bring him down with the lizards. And then we're going to send all of them down to try and fight these sea trolls. Which might be enough. We'll have to see. Okay, so this guy is just a Bishop of the Sacred Shroud. Healer recuperation. You know what, man? I'm going to move him up with the lizard people. And I'm going to ask Atticus here to forge him a ring of water breathing. Aphrodite is going to forge a thistle mace for +1 magic. I think that's the best thing we can do with her. None of this stuff gives magic. Coral blade. Cool. Draw blood. Hunter's knife. Just does armor piercing and magic damage. Cool. Thorn spear, vine whip, pixie spear. Some of these spears and stuff would also be nice. Strong poison, pixie fatigue. Let's go with the thistle mace right now, because that'll give her the nature she needs. You're a tier 3, so you're going to look for secret sites here. And then you're my fire mage. We have a ton of new fire gems. You were going to make a flame helmet to give yourself +1 fire. That's what we were saving up for you. So I feel good about that. And we keep rolling. If you want to filter to only magic booster items in the crafting menu, the hotkey should be... Oh! I didn't know that. More alteration, level 4. I think we said we were going to go to level 5, because there was a cool thing we have there. Magic sites, magic sites... Silverfang gets gold. A new famous hero. Achilles and Chili's. Oh, nice. He recovers from fatigue at a good rate. So we're going to give him the flame helmet. So he now has fire magic and he is a legendary hero. He is exhausted though. Gaining fatigue every turn. Is this because you have gotten too old? That's funny, because he recovers from fatigue at an unbelievable rate. Perhaps we should also craft him a Sacred Battle Shroud. I would like to make him not age as well. So you're telling me if I go into here and I press O? Oh. Oh. Oh, view magic path boosting items only. Super cool. Mark national items? I didn't know that was a thing. I also like that. +1 temporary water gems would be nice. For Aphrodite. Whoops. Keep getting the same flamens here, which is a bit unfortunate. You got a thistle mace. You have water breathing. Right, I said that this guy, Antonius, I was going to give this guy the ring of water breathing, along with a bunch of these lizard ox. Five, set to bodyguard. You're going to cast spells. These guys are just going to fill up on mermen. And then all 3 of them are going to come down to Urmor. Pick up the rest of those lizards. Very good, sir. I don't need any more horse leaders. For every point of this ability can remove one. So what I'm seeing there is having more of these bishops in my army means I can heal more afflictions. So why don't I start building a bunch of these guys just to add them into my main army? Feels like a smart choice there. In the meantime, I guess he can just patrol. You can also... Why don't we have you go around and pick up Pegasus? This guy's been running around building temples, and he will continue doing just that. You are hiding up here. Oh, you're an assassin. Okay. Keep moving. You might as well enter the Academy of War if you're just going to sit here. And you... Do you have any more cool things? Right, we have the Gossamer Veil for her. Which I don't have enough magic gems. I require 15 glamour gems. Alright, good to know. I'm going to give her the cornucopia, I think. Forging a shroud. You're forging a water. I actually don't think I want you to forge that water gem. Because the other items there are maybe a little bit better. Shambler skin armor. Oh. Interesting. So I could have anybody leading if I give them Shambler skin armor. All sorts of people could lead. You know what? I'm actually going to make you build another Frostbrand because I think that those are probably one of the more useful things for us. And you guys... Arouse hunger. Necromancer curses about 40 beings in a province far away with undeath. More for skillful death mages. The victims will become ghouls that serve the necromancer. Alright, well, try that out then. He's twice born now as well. So he'll return as a white. All right, there's a bunch of stuff down here to sneak around in. I'm also realizing like some of these northern places probably could be built up. Like I should probably actually build this up all the way to like a full castle. Mostly because this is my choke point to what is now being called Elder Hill, but was called Ubar. And something like Zuglia might as well also be the case. We'll see. Yeah, because these guys have also grown out this way. Pergamum would be ideal. Global enchantments can be dispelled if you lose the province you cast them in. If the caster dies or an enemy uses enough gems to dispel or overcast them. AI not likely to dispel, but you want to be careful with how you cast it. Yep. Exceptionally increased strength of spells. Nobody can cast them without significant invest into boosters. Oh, that actually reminds us. Alteration, tier 5. Mother Oak. Yeah, this was the one. So Mother Oak produces 10 nature gems every turn. Costs 50 to build. But we're going to do that. I have 10 nature gems? That's going to take forever to get. Then again, she also hasn't gone around looking for stuff yet, so... We are going to put her on Auto Explore in a moment. You aroused hunger. I didn't actually think that would happen. I didn't even think about that at all. Because I summoned that in this area, all the ghouls came up and just fought the barbarians that were there. That's cool, though. I like the fact that I can just summon 50 units into a location. Suddenly, Innocentius the Primate appeared at the gates of your fortified city and wanted to fight for your cause. He's the Primate of Faith and the successor of the Prophet shrouded in white, the voice of the awakening god and the most influential person in the Empire. He wears a blessed replica of the Holy Shroud, which gives him unsurpassed healing abilities. He's a level 4 priest. Ooh, with 2 levels of healer. Hot diggity damn. Well, he doesn't need the Shroud of the Innocent. But this guy does, I guess. Who did I say I was going to give that to? It was you. It was my fire mage. Because I want him to be immortal. Yeah, it's interesting. He's gaining fatigue every turn, but he also recovers from fatigue at an incredible rate. And he is a level 5 fire mage now. Fate of Oedipus, Inner Sun, Distill Gold. I mean, he certainly has enough to craft any of those magic items if he needs to. Proud Steed. That's a nice golden barding. But what I want him doing is running around robbing banks all whacked up on Scooby Snacks. You're 3. So what's this guy? 4. If I run them together, that would be water, nature, glamour, fire, a little bit of death, and astral, as well as a tier 4 blessed. That covers a lot of my bases. Search for magic sites. Search for magic sites. That guy's going to come down and join you. These dudes, we're going to start setting up. Horsies. Horsies. All right, Ebolus and Avernus, functionally the same. 103. What are these? Levies. Okay. Grab them. Ascensius. I think those guys qualify as levies. I have quite a few standard bearers, so we're going to put them all over the place here. Everybody should get 2 if they can. 1 in the horses, because they're going to take a lot longer. There are a bunch of Triari here. Bodyguards. Bodyguards. You have bodyguards, bodyguards, bodyguards. Good, 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 good. Status. Status. All right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the Hestatus in there. All of those guys in there. Give them some extra standard bearers. You have a Pegasus. Just toss it in there for now. Do, 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 do. Holding fire. Holding fire. Hold and attack? No, you should also be holding fire. Hold and attack rear. Hold and attack rear. This is another levy guy. Alright, so what are we looking at here? Principes, his status. These guys are levies. Double line, single line. Equites. Good, good, good. I guess I could put Triari in the back. Hold and attack the large enemy monsters, maybe. I mostly just like want them to guard the back lines of commanders. In case somebody like flies in, for example. Give them a couple of standards. We might as well just keep divvying up these standards, actually. It's good for morale, after all. Okay. That feels all right. You are going to cast bless, cast bless, cast bless. And then attack rearmost enemies. You guys are going to hold and attack rearmost enemies. Don't know how they're going to figure that out, but that's on them. All right. There is a Throne of Ascension down here. I don't feel like we know what we have to get in order to kill those lions, so I'm just going to move them all for right now. Let these guys do a round of, say, patrolling. Just to keep them in good order. And she says, you... Are you not the guy with the lizards? No, you're not. Antonius is the guy with the lizards. Oh, and Jesus was also going to join this crowd. With the idea being that he would be another priest in the back that would just be able to help heal people. Heal and or bless. Okay, who do we have? You're going to upgrade that fortress, and we're going to start recruiting up here as well. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1 with a banner. No. With a banner, 21 points. I guess. I suppose that'll do. Just start giving them some defenses. It'll have to be. It'll have to be. You guys have more resources down here, which means that you can keep recruiting. Recruiting? Ah, you don't have enough recruitment points. All right, that's okay. So these guys, I guess... Sorry, not these guys. These guys can only be recruited in the capital, I think. Same with gladiators? No. Just the Equites of the Sacred Shroud. These are the only guys who have to be recruited in the capital. Which kind of makes me want to make this just Equites. Or at the very least, at least until our holy points run out. $22. 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that. Homie, you're building temples. Arouse hunger happens at the magic phase. There are several attack phases: magic, normal, movement, storming forward, and event. It's much more high level, but having coordinated attacks across different phases become a very big part of how strategy in the game plays out at sweatier levels. Okay. Interesting. A rather unwieldy amount of troops. I mean, we're definitely getting to unwieldy amounts. Okay, ghouls and khans, a huge scorpion beast towering over the army, several wyverns flying over the army camp. Army appears to be commanded by Butatim, the Baitul of the Sun. Local defense appears to be very strong and well organized. The city of Brass is here. Cool. We'll go poke our nose in. Let the assassins do their things. And then this guy has an assassin working his way over to as well. I don't know, man. I guess, like, let's just leave a guy hiding there, maybe. Atticus. Act as a slave in a grand communion. Ooh. Ooh. That's right. If we build a bunch of these flamen, we can have them be super guys, basically. Oh, she's on auto search. I don't really have enough gems to give her any wins, so... All right, well, I'm going to get this guy to just keep reanimating if this is the case. Because I need him to have way more undead. You're going to hide and wait. And we'll keep rolling. Have to head out for a bit. Newton, take it easy, my dude. Get your volunteer safety gear. Ooh, very fun. That's exciting. Love that. No magic sites. No magic sites. Children are disappearing in the night. Strange creatures skulk the wilderness. Bavonia has a lot going on. We keep getting events here. Lots of healing happening, especially in our capital right now. We're going to grab this other patrol and that guy. Horsies. Pegasusies. Pegasusies. Okay. Couple of these dweebs. Couple of these dweebs. And a bunch of lizards. So let's go underground. We'll move a block at a time, I guess. I don't know what this guy is. Oh, he was building more temples. I guess you can go over to Silverfangs and build temples over there. This guy is going to attempt to assassinate an enemy commander. I don't know if that's going to work. I can assassinate enemy commanders here, like the monoliths. I didn't think about that. Assassinating a monolith could be fun. But in the meantime, let's try to get them into Okay, Theodoros does own some underground territory here as well. Yeah, probably through here. We're going to start running into a problem because they've taken this territory as well. I think Theodoros and us are going to start having a fight pretty soon. There's my Astral Mage, who actually I think is ready to be empowered. 60 Astral Pearls, you sure are. You also need one of these blessed shrouds. Can you make one for them? Yeah. You. Okay. We'll start looking around. Put you on constant reanimation. Sorry, I took the wrong guy here. That's meant to be Innocentius. Moving with them. I don't know what this guy is meant to be doing. You're just an archbishop. I guess we could just like level him for now. An earth mage. You are my only earth mage. You are my earth mage, my only earth mage. What can you make? Midget masher. 2 times damage versus smaller beings. Lightning rods. Okay. Hammer of the mountain. Lead shield, charcoal shield. Ooh, cool. This one does fire resistance and fire shield. Helmet of Heroes +2 inspiration. Elemental armor. That's pretty nice too. Brimstone boots that have waste survival. Earth boots. +1 earth magic. Boots of stone give stone skin. A girdle of might. Strength and revigoration. Salt! Many ghosts of spiritual beings, such as the jinns of Ubar in particular, are sensitive to salt. One of a few means to protect yourselves from an unseen is salt. Salt will not only cause discomfort, but outright harm the jinn. Enchanted salt thrown at the unseen will stun them, harm them, disrupt their glamour, and force them to become visible. That's excellent news. Alright, I do want to make this super helmet because it looks really cool. And he's pretty unique in that he can make that. And we could put it on Avernus here. Who... This guy's ambidextrous, so he's going to wield 2 frostbrands. It's just crazy. But if any jinns come at him, he's going to rip them apart, so... Okay, and then we're just waiting on those... sea homies to come down there. Rouse hunger is a death ritual, can cause a remote attack of ghouls. Teammates in your MOBA pubs must be Jinn because they're very weak to salt. Astral reanimation, proclamation from Atlantis. Ineos tried to assassinate the human Sayer while he was walking through the courtyard at night, and we succeeded. Short sword and a poison dagger against a sorcerer. Pavonia still is getting religious misconceptions. What is going on here? What does this symbol mean? Is there like some sort of hidden priest causing this? I'm only just noticing this little eye right now. Pavonia constantly has an event happening. This guy took all the goats with him. Give him to Aphrodite. Aphrodite gets +2 morale. She's got 47 goats. Very excited about that. That's super stupid. You're also going to get a battle shroud. Avernus, you're going to get this helmet. That gives you +2. +5 morale on his troops right now. Nutso. 137. That would cap him out. I could swap it so this guy gets the levies. Let me do this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now we got an army. So this guy is giving +5 morale to all the Hastades and all the Principes. So our like front line and our second line have +5 morale. And he's basically a full army. He's got the Helmet of Heroes, Shroud of the Battle Saints, and 2 Frostbrands. Now, something I didn't realize here is the Shroud of the Battle Saint actually replaces his armor. So while he does have 2 swords, his protection sucks. Body 14 versus this guy who has like body 16. Okay, well, that's actually not that bad. That could certainly be way worse. Stop making these guys. Lizards. 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 I don't think there's really any strategy here. For the most part, it's just a whole bunch of lizards. This army cannot travel underwater. What do you mean this army cannot travel underwater? These guys can swim, can't they? Oh. Swimming is not the same as underwater, I guess. But it does say minor penalties for fighting underwater. So shouldn't they be able to? If you can go underwater, it helps reduce stat penalties. So what I'm hearing here is that I need more water pills. More magical items. Flask of holy water. Bless. Oh, that's cool. I need the higher. I need her to make it. Gosh darn it. Well, you made your fancy hat. I don't think you have anything else to make. Lightning Rod, we're not really summoning any Corpse Constructos. So... I'm actually going to turn them on auto search. Seeing as they are my only Earth Mage, we might as well have them look around. You can just patrol right now. You're going to assassinate. Have you keep looking around. Keep cooking. Soon the world will be full of satyrs. Goat breeding simulator. Pressing I after selecting it if you want to see what happened there on a past turn. Red triangle probably means you need to patrol, land, or preach. A nation with intense goat breeding lore. Late age Pyrene. What happened to the middle age Pyrene sacred goat? Man, yes, yeah. They're all like the goats and the centaurs, the satyrs, and everything else. Interesting. Dominions is up to 6. Yep. Loads of 4, bot 5, but didn't play it. Now 6 is here. It is indeed. Sounds like skipping 5 and going straight to 6 is the way to go. We tried to assassinate Tuba. Tuba's human priest kings. Adept researchers. When the gates of brass have been opened, priest kings will be appointed as governors over lands conquered by the Lord of Uber. One who follows the sun like a shadow. And we also killed a commoner. A female commoner. She's probably tired and wants to finish her meal. Okay. We are starving down below, as to be expected, I guess. You're going to build a temple over here in the Silver Fangs. You're going to build a castle in the Land of Plenty. You're going to keep assassinating commanders. We're recruiting up here. Yes, yes. You are going to assassinate commanders in the walled city. Commanded by Harambe the Monument. Oh, no. I have to kill Harambe. What have I become? We're going to go for this, even though I got a feeling our supplies are going to take a beating. Yeah, we are going to be starving here. Newt, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Boots for the commanders for some more defense. I suppose that's an option. Ulm. I think this was Pyrene. I think that was their capital. I want to say. Turn you guys on research. What did we not do here? No Earth Mage, no Blood Mage. Level 1 Astral Mage. Search. If I go here, I can craft some water pills. Obviously, it's better to craft down here with the steel ovens. 20% less gems, but whatever. I'd rather us just at least be still moving. Barely play this game. It's just too complicated for my lizard brain. I can only play COE 5. Honestly, I really want to get into COE. I was looking at it the other day because I think that I'd like the difference between the games. I like the idea of like a super fantastical, more roguelike version, so... Deal with the ape again? Why was it relevant, or was it a gorilla? Harambe, he was the ape who got shot in the zoo. Assassin kills another human priest. Sexus also tried to assassinate Loam the NC. Priest King. Nice. Oh, but my assassin got killed by the Urgar afterwards. Battle in Stalagmia has been conquered by our forces. We lost a handful of levies and some Pegasus riders. But the Bakamono shamans, wizards of the dark arts, of ice and water, and of many colors. Let's look at this battle. This one sounds pretty cool. This is for a Throne of Ascension. I didn't think about this, but we're fighting underground. So all of our guys have penalties. A, they're starving. But B, they also have penalties because we don't have dark vision. A ton of long dead here. Then Bakemono, which are basically little Japanese goblins, ghostly goblins. But our cavalry just move into the back line where the wizards are. Start gutting them. These Equites rule. Like the fact that they have bark skin, giving them 18 protection, makes them tough. Yeah, you get out of here, wizards. Get out of here. Gutted it. The Bakemono show did pretty good. They do have these length 4 Yari, which I guess are pretty solid. The Bog of Beasts is unrests. Forbidden Forest is losing dominion. So you said if I click I. People here are very orderly. If there are any problems, they're dealt with swiftly. Sectarian movement has emerged in the province. The false prophet is preaching and gathering his flock. Faith will decrease until you rout them out. So this is just like a hidden priest, I guess? Got some more undead here. Love that for us. So Aphrodite, I need you to forge some sort of like water pills. You don't have water pills. Clam of pearls. Temporary astral gems. That's nice. A handful of acorns. Magic commanded vine men. Cauldron of broth. This is really nice because it gets 150 supply bonus. Honestly, putting that on some of my big army I think would be smart. Manual of water breathing. 150 size points of water breathing. 15 nature gems? Oh, that's literally all of my nature gems. I might not have a choice. Never-ending keg of mead. Yeah, I think if I want to take that point, I got to make that. All right, you other dudes, you can search for magic sites. You know what's hilarious? I've had this undead guy here. He has not searched for magic sites at any point. You searched that, so you can move over and help. It's another temple built here. I guess we'll go to the Bog of Beasts. You're going to keep assassinating people. I need Octavianus to claim this Throne of Ascension. Medon has become crippled. Okay. That will heal. We'll move into the Nether in the meantime. And then, honestly, I think I'll probably make a fortress here so that they can't move past. They can have the cold hollows. I'm willing to just, like, kind of meet them halfway. What's going on with this guy? This guy didn't... You lose your whole army? Yeah, he lost all his Pegasi. All right, you know what? You can go there then, and you can do that. I'm fine with it. Ah, there's Pyrene. So I was correct. It was down here. Just took a moment for me to find it. Gateway to an unknown plane. Here? If that connects to Brightgate. That would mean Pyrene connects somewhere over here. Huh. Oh, yeah, look. Well, they do have this. I mean, they could have came there from the sea, though. Probably good that we have Flemistan as a castle. Or, I should say, a fortification. We're going to want to build that up. I'm going to build a couple Centurions just for a round. Mostly so I can just park them at certain locations. And feel good about it. A lot of troops here in Sirmiak. Those guys are building up well there. All right. Alteration 5 if we want to increase our nature gem by casting Mother Oak. Yeah, we need 50 nature gems. Pearls to nature at 2-to-1 rate. Other gem at a 4-to-1, yeah. It's going to be kind of hard to do, but I will try to get that done. My assassin tried to kill a djinn. To no surprise, he did not succeed. What would be smart of me? How did this go? I'm actually a little curious. I imagine the luck saves him from the first hit. But I imagine a djinn can't be hit. Or, as I should say, is not going to take any damage. So we get lit on fire. And then we die. So, if I want assassins to kill these djinns, I'm going to need to give them salt. Battle in the Nether went fine for us. We killed a bunch of lavaborns, which are pretty badass sounding. A new famous hero. My Astral Mage gets heroic endurance. And I think at this point, I'm going to take all these guys together. This is Astral, Water, Nature, Death, and Fire. So I'm going to move them as a pack, and we're just going to start searching for sites, because our biggest problem right now is we actually don't have any gems. You're going to move over to Flemiston, and you are going to move down to the Nether. This homie's going to keep building temples. You have claimed the Throne of War. Blessed troops get +1 attack, +1 morale. And Provincial Defense will be automatically recruited up to level 5. That's fantastic. You guys are going to go there. You're going to go with them. I know that's my cavalry, but I think what I'll do is I'll just spend a bunch of money here. You know what? We have an insane amount of money here. I didn't realize how much money we had. I did not realize how much money we had. Just gotta max out those choke points. An air mage or an air flamen. Ah, pills of water breathing are air. Again, we don't have a lot of air gems. So I'm just going to put him on research. I'm okay just recruiting Flamen here over and over because I can use them for that big communion spell afterwards. So you should have a manual of water breathing now. Up to 50 human-sized soldiers. Size 3. So Hulud is actually who I want to give that to. And then just stay put. Whoever can't go is just not going to go. He'll bring who he can. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so now they can all move in. I hope that's enough to kill 10 sea trolls. I mean, most of those casters are dead. Fingers crossed. The Throne of Wog. Very much Throne of Wog. Never have enough mages. It does kind of feel like that's the case. Yay, a date oasis. Wog? Wog! And we found another manual of water breathing. Fantastic. Taxes from the merchants, small gold deposits. There is still like a priest running around there. A castle in the land of plenty is complete. A new famous hero, Professor Moody. This is our undead guy. He got quickness. Homie is so cursed. All right, so Pavonia has never been searched. Let's go there to start. This guy's going to upgrade that to a fortress. Let's go. Yeah, we'll go there first. This guy is literally just going to stay here and patrol that province just to keep its unrest down. You are going to go up to Deep Gorge Cavern. Gateway to Towin. Where is Towin? Towin. Okay. You know what? Go that way. This army is gonna head north. Where are we going? Maybe up to the Barren Crags. My question now starts to be like, okay, where are Thrones of Ascension that we can take? We can't take Bergamum. We don't have the magic damage for it. We can send our god to Blue Beauty to take that. This is nice territory, but no stuff. I guess Bakar. So let's head up to the land of our Lord. There is at least good supply. Y'all succeeded in doing what you need to do, which is nice, though I think I did lose a Triton commander. So let's recruit another one over there. There's 120 troops over here. Let's recruit like 2 Triton commanders. And keep cooking. Dom's got a great modding community. Yeah, I saw some clown mods, which seemed really foolish, but I want to learn more about them. You fellas, search for sites. You build a temple. You take a bunch of troops on attack. I guess we're going to move you down here, and we're just going to take these other locations by the sea, because, you know, they're good money. Double Fire Mage Flamen. Love that. So sorry, how many was that? 23. 1, 2. That should be 35. Am I that bad at math? 37. Okay, so that's fine. He has the water book. It said we found another water book, but I guess... Oh, you know what happened? We didn't find a water book. Our other Triton commander died. Merman captain died who had that water book. So that's just whatever. We'll move there. We'll wait for the other guy to show up. Geraldius, you're going to construct a palisade. File mod is by It's Moo, who does great Dom series on YouTube. Okay. The lore is really well written. Oh, I love that. The traitor prince has claimed the white throne. They have no idea who this guy is. We found a garden of weeping roses. We also found something in Flemington, didn't we? Yeah, a date oasis. 50 recruitment points. Whoa. 75 supply points. Province income plus 40. 50 recruitment points in a nature gym in Flemington. Dude, I did not even see how... That's really nice. Just gotta put a couple more archers in there. And in Pavonia, we found a garden of weeping roses. 2 more nature gems. Let's get it. None of this stuff has been searched, so that's fantastic. We'll grab everybody and we'll move there. You can recruit 1 more of these guys. We still have that many. Boo, 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 boo. Let's just patrol for a moment. This guy's been on auto search. The Great Dunes. Interesting. Okay. You're going to head up to Deep Gorge Cavern. Atlantis proposes peace and a non-aggression pact between our nations. I'd take that. We found trapped lights down here. Produces 1 fire gem a turn. 6 bonus nature gems. Pictus the Augur foresaw a great disaster and proper measures were taken to unhalt the unfortunate chain of events. Let's go, Pictus. Good job. Misconceptions and falsehood in Pavonia and the Forbidden Woods. Again, I'm not really sure what we do to stop that. Faith will decrease until you root them out. So if I take these guys and I like patrol, would that get rid of them? Could I do something like create an Equus commander and have them patrol on my behalf? Search for magic sites. Build me more temples. So many mermen. You might as well just like hold and attack the rearmost enemy. Wait, no, that's not your job. You're fire and keep distance. Enemy cavalry. Have them search for magic sites right now. This guy's got to go up top. You're on research. You're on build castle. Patrolling is a good idea to get rid of it. Okay. I mean, I have a guy in Pavonia here too. Why don't we have him patrol? See if we can get those guys done while my other homies show up. We're still waiting on a lot of these seamen. When did I get a merman captain? Merman captain. Oh, he's the same. This guy happens to have a fishtail. Poor amphibian. Miro chieftain. Miro militia. Stone spear shield with a sharkskin cuirass. Miro druids. Heard Game of Thrones music? Yeah. A little bit of that. Mermen get fishtails in water and legs on land and have different shapes in water and on land. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that. Terrain specific shapes. Cool. Very, very cool. We found a battlefield in Dofarius, producing 1 death and a starflower garden for an astral gem. Yeah, these guys are worth their weight in gold right now, I think. Just finding magic sites everywhere. Now, I think I have a temple everywhere. Except for underground. Interesting. He's got these like sea fortresses. Syriac Land of Plenty. Honestly, I kind of want the Cradle of Life. It seems like that would be a really good spot for us to set up. So I think we're going to take that from them. Let's grab 78. Guess we'll split them in half. Make some bodyguards as well. I guess we're not recruiting standard bearers here anymore. I want to use all my holy points. All right, well, that's a big cavalry army. My thought with them was just to send them around to try and catch some of these other guys. Some of the patrols. Especially since they're fast. Norath, hello. How we doing, dude? Flumiston gets a deadly mold growing. Forbidden Forest still has guys here, so we're gonna patrol. Search for magic sites here in the Bog of Beasts. Yeah, I hate to say this. I don't really see any way to do this but attacking them. Which does open up a very dangerous situation, but... let's turn him on auto search. And then we have a lot of Miro here, so I think we can just start conquering. He's going to keep moving. Making his way downtown, underground. You found a fairy circle, +1 glamour gems. Battle in the Cradle of Life, where we slaughtered all of these spooky ghosts that can paralyze us, are also weak to salt. They're all weak to salt. Okay, so salt is really seeming like the big thing. Nice. False prophet, a heretic prophet, was caught by our Perfectus Equitum. Castles and palisades are done. I'm gonna patrol there again, just in case. And we have conquered the Cradle of Life. Yeah, so he did take this Throne of Ascension. So I'm gonna start drawing some attention from him the moment I take this over. This homie up here, he's gonna come up to the Cradle of Life because I want him to build. I mean, I don't see any way, but I have to take this. It's a throne. You build a fortress. You build a temple. Y'all can just patrol there. We're waiting for everybody else. Move in here next. You can patrol here. So we have this fully built up. A couple of really nice castles around the map, giving us some great defensive locations. Level 7 construction, so this means we can now get like super magical items. The battle in Bakar. Gutted them. Jeez, man, we didn't lose a single unit here. How is that even possible? I mean, I know this is our best army. This is the army of the Prophet. I love the levies with a couple standard bearers just sitting there in the front. You'd think like at least some of these arrows would do some damage. But no. The Equites just go straight for the Witch Doctor in the back. And then into the archers afterwards, I guess. I suppose realistically, if we had Pegasuses, they'd be better for the back, and then these guys could take on the archers, but the hammer and anvil right now is serious business. Tasty. Tasty. Okay, but they are attacking us as well. So they saw this declaration of war. And our troops in Bakar are upset about it. Yeah, so they attacked us here and here. Not with a huge army or nothing, but with enough of an army. That's for darn tootin'. So Octavianus, you're gonna claim this throne. Everybody else, you're gonna, I think, search for magic sites. I could also preach. Why not? No, boo. We'll have this guy search for magic sites. Claim thrones. Everyone else preach. You're building fortresses. Let's actually make sure that my... Okay, I have 100 defense down there. So that's good. Research. Underwater gang, you keep moving. You guys keep searching for magic sites. You're going to build up a palisade here in the Cradle of Life. You can do a patrol. You could do a patrol. This is the White Throne. Gives us nature magic. I like that. I'm happy with that. Should I start making more assassinatos? I wouldn't mind getting at least 2, and then maybe we could spend some gems making the fancy stuff for them. I certainly have enough water gems that if I wanted to empower, say, another Flamen, we could. Why not? I also have a lot of astral pearls. Not that any of them are astral casters, but we do have... Somewhere out here, we have an Amazon wandering around. There she is. We could probably empower her with some more astral magic. You have active research. Oh my god. We just got construction level 7, so very powerful magic items. I feel like some better evocation would be nice. And then Skeletal Legion. The entire battlefield. Transforms an entire army into skeletal beings, making them highly resistant to piercing damage. Can be harmful, and the transformed soldiers might get diseased by the spell. High magic resistance will protect the affected soldiers from disease. The caster is exempt from the effects of the spell. Ooh. Interesting. What about Thaumaturgy? Carrier eagles and birds could be really nice. Teleport gems. Yeah, alright, we'll go a couple levels of that. So, we have more magical. We can make very powerful magical items now. Dragon Scepters, Dragon Mastery. Rod of the Phoenix, which incinerates. An Evening Star, which does fire and weakness. Standards of the Damned and Banners of the Northern Star. Makes Astral Mages more powerful. Cool. Ethereal Crossbows. Pierce all armor and slay the soul of anyone it hits. And Banefire, which causes curses. Lantern Shields, which gives you corpse candles. Cool. So I guess all the undead stuff. Scorpion Crowns. Astral Magic Helmets. Skullface, Death Magic, Horde of Skeletons. Well, that dude is currently using the Bone Crown, but Skullface sounds like a way better idea for him. He could definitely craft it. Wraith Crown, 5d6 Long Dead, Ethereal Spirit Sight with Undead Command. That also sounds really good, actually. Ooh. Options. Robes of Invulnerability, Bone Armor, that does Soul Vortex. Lightless Lanterns. Lantern shines with hidden light. Plus 12 research, but it does also make us tainted. A Skull of Fire, plus 1 fire magic. I could make that right now, and I could put that on that fire mage. Arcane Lens, Ring of Returning. Teleports them back home if they get wounded. That's nice. Wizardry and Sorcery. Skull of Fire. You're going to make that. All sorts of other items. Water bracelets, plus 1 water magic. Magic command, water elementals. Gift of water breathing, 300. So that's like 2 times what those books do. Rhyme Halbrick, these do chill. which is a bit dangerous for me. We've run into that mistake in the past. Staff of Elemental Mastery. All elemental passive magic get +1. Fire, earth, air, and water. What do you need for this? Fire 4, water 4. That's very hard to get. Demon Bane. Anti-demon, so that would be good against the Djinns. And a Wave Breaker. Cool. Also have an Air Mage down here. I just want to kind of see what we got unlocked here. Lightning Bolt helmets. Staff of Storms. Corpse Construction bonus 8. Ooh, man. I love this. There's like the like undead lightning wizards that could just basically make giant Frankenstein armies. It seems like a really cool concept. Bow of War. Arrows fired from this bow will split into 13 arrows. That slaps. Weightless Scale Mail. Boots of the Spider. Scale of all survivals. That'd be good on an assassin. A Barrel of Air, 450. Gift of Water Breathing. Up to 150 human-sized troops. Can't wait to figure out what else we can do. I guess technically these guys are astral mages, right? So do they have anything cool in here I haven't seen? No. It's really like this gang needs to find a lab. Which they will. Doc, hello. Is there a faction with dragons? Asking for myself. Not that I've, like, really noticed. There are some with drakes, I guess. There's so many factions that likely there are several with dragons. I know some of the underground guys get drakes. I think it's just that, like, dragons are kind of rare and they're higher level. So you don't see a lot until you start getting into the end game. Or at least that's the impression that I get. Empowered in Astral, Empowered in Water. We have claimed the White Throne. We found an enchanted gate in Renthale. +1 Astral Pearl. There was a battle at Bright Gate. Okay. And I'll battle at Gatia. This was my Equites moving in to kill these guys off. So the good news is I thought these special hoplites would be really hard to kill, but it seems our Equites do okay. Made of iron. No, they're vulnerable to salt. They're not vulnerable to iron. Bakar is also not got enough supplies here. So we do kind of got to get out of there. Where did they say they attacked us to? Bright Gate. Oh! No, sir. That's we got a lot of guys here. And my steel ovens are here. So I don't want anyone bitten killed. Okay, my 2 assassins are up, so I would really like to get them some cool assassin gear if we could. What can we make that would be good for them? I guess a Medallion of Vengeance. Could work. Reaper and disease. The land suffers under its curse. Yeah, we probably don't want to be wandering around with that casually. Robe of Shadows would be good. And I feel like just like there's got to be some like daggers that do us. There was something that we had that did Assassin's Patience. This guy just got 2 water gems. Sword of Swiftness. Rune Smasher. Penetration. Oh, cool. Staff of Corrosion. Rhyme Halbrick. What is this one? Boots of Quickness. Map Move. I mean, that could be good. Also gives quickness, so they attack twice as fast. I don't think Assassin's Patience is good. I almost have 50 nature gems, so I can create one of those oaks really shortly. Right now, I'm just going to have these guys patrol Ermor. Turtleblade, Garthug. Yeah, most of this stuff has not been searched. So let's move up to Sermiok first. We could do some crafting and stuff when we get up there too. Take out these dweebs. I'm going to put a hefty army in these locations. Anything that's sort of on the sea. That's a Throne of Ascension, so it gets max. You guys got to move back so you don't get killed from supply. You're going to make a temple. You're building a fortress. You... Boots of the Spider. Robe of Shadows. +1 Astral Magic as a hat. Now, make that first, because you can give that to yourself. I think a dragon is an option for your god. Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah. And they probably have dragon summoning as well. Also, the workshop compared to 5. 6's workshop is available for Steam with factions and not just maps. Ooh, man, I can't wait to get into the modding scene for this. There's already so much, but... yeah, our equites are just slaughtering. My mermen have gone for a fight and won. And our fortress in the Nether is complete. Gonna build up a castle. Guy's gonna keep building temples. I mean, I guess I could just have these guys move across here. They might even be able to attack the capital on their own. There is 220 of them. You know, it's not like it's a small army here by any stretch of the imagination. They all have a captain. They're all just basically set to attack, so why not? Are you another... No, you're on auto search. You're another Earth Mage. Crown of Titans. Inspirational, plus 100 leadership and enlargement. Oh, that rules. Iron Face. Firebrand, plus 2 morale. Carmine Cleaver gives Fire Shield, and a Gate Cleaver gives 100 siege strength. So this is cool. You could build this so you get Fire Shield, and then you could also build a Charcoal Shield, so you'd have 2 Fire Shields. I don't know if they stack, but feels like they would. Armor of Knights. Light, but very well made. Marble Armor, which gives you Stone Skin. And Symphalian Wings, which gives you Fair Trample and Flying. Boots of Grasping Earth, locks people down. Chains of Reconstruction. Repairs objects. Oh, dope. Cool. Okay, so if you had like a monument as your god, or you had a bunch of statues, I guess. Statue characters, you could equip them to them. Copper Arm, plus 1 extra arm, allows you to hold more weapons. Oh, I would love to know how that works. All right, we're going to put you on auto sites, though. Just because I do have 2 of you going. You have 2 water. But don't really give us anything we need right now. Oh yeah, we got to put that flaming skull on our guy. We should be able to do that up there. Vile Water summons a gelatinous cube. Swallowed beings quickly dissolve in the vitriol unless the cube is destroyed and the magic unraveled. Swallows anything it passes over. That seems dangerous. Woven Winter, Cold Scale 3. Woo. Alright, we're just going to have you keep researching for now. You guys could maybe pick up some more horses. Slap another 50 troops on here. Defend our shorelines. Probably Silver Fangs as well. There is a crazy amount of guys in this garrison. Crazy amount of merfolk, I should say. Fire Mage. You're currently wearing a flaming helmet, which gives you +1 head. +1 fire head. +1 head? Skull of Fire. Maybe better option. Oh, it's a miscellaneous item. Oh yeah, so get rid of the Champion's Jar and take the Skull of Fire. There we go. So now this guy has 6 fire. I wish there was a way to like click a character, and maybe there is. Can you see what magic this character has? No, not really. Unless you go like here. This is really what you could see. Battle Fury. Few soldiers get increased morale and attack spells. Lesser Flame Ward. Fire Shield. Ignite Arrows. Protection for Fire. Flare. Can hit several targets. Cold Resist Warriors and Solar Eclipse. Alright, he does get 1 Fire Gem per fight. I'm okay just letting him pick his own spells, I think. There's a lot of Triari in here. And I would like to grab them. Really hard to grab. Set them as commanders. Set them as bodyguards. All of these guys should have bodyguards. Because if they start acting like me, I will regret it. So, bodyguard up, you dweebs. And make sure we're at least safe. I suppose Innocentians can take that champion skull. She has to take that astral skull cap. And one of you guys need to take these quickness boots. Though, maybe not, actually. This guy would be better with quickness boots, because if he has 2 swords, he would attack so many times. It would be ludicrous. Are any of you spellcasters? No. I can't believe I don't have any spellcasters in that army. Good old Ghost Limb. MA middle-age Agartha have so many sacred statue troops. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. Very real giant axe. Fire primary path spells with F as well. Not necessarily now, but helpful when you have tons of spells researched. Yeah, okay. Good to know. What's happening with this guy? Lost an eye. Right, that's... We knew that. So I feel like I wanted to see what else she could craft here. Singing swords. Axe of Hate. Star of Thraldom. Just like locks people down. Demon Bane, Wavebreaker, Tree Lord Staff, +2 nature magic. Cost 40 gems. I cannot make that yet. Not when we are this close. Headband of Woven Dreams. Sleep Aura 4. Nearby units fall asleep if they fail a magic resist roll. Crown will project a sleep-inducing dream at nearby enemies, making them fall asleep instantly. Except for the wearer, who has undreaming. Spy and stealth. Oh, cool, man. Cloak of Invisibility. Hydra Skin Armor gives you regeneration and poison resistance. Rainbow Armor. Wow, that's really good. Reinvigoration, magic resistance, and HP, on top of being good armor. 18 map move, 7 mile stride. Mirror of False Impressions, False Army. Makes everyone in the army look the same. This is very useful to camouflage important monsters from enemy eyes, but makes commanding the army difficult because anyone can pretend to be the commander. Eye of Innocence, stealth boost +40. So that's a good assassin item. Ring of Invisibility. I've never seen a Yearning artifact. I don't know if I just need to like have max level construction to build those. All right. Right now, I need all these guys on search for magic sites. For a round. You have your fancy hat. Baleful Star. Unfortunate events and evil deeds occurred. Anyone exposed to the evil star risks getting cursed for life. Dude, I could just like put that above Uber. Give her a Starfire staff if we wanted. I do kind of want to give her the bow of war and just put her in the army. Because then she could fire 13 arrows. Does kind of seem like it would rule. None of these other ones are too killer important right now, I think. I talked about making the boots of the spider so that she could scale walls. But that's only important if we're sieging a fort and trying to assassinate someone at the same time. Honestly, I think the robe of shadows would be a better option. If she is going to be crafting stuff, which she is going to be doing. Air Magic 3 for a flying carpet. Something just like I could move her down to Bright Gate, but it's such a journey to get down there. Tread butts. I could just put you guys on preach for now. There's a lot of units we could pick up down there as well. Was Aphrodite? She is allowed to have an army. She's allowed to have quite a big army, in fact. Maybe I should leave the goats behind. Maybe I should give the goats over to this guy. And then pick up all these elite warriors and Triari. Yeah, at +3 morale, like, pretty goddamn good. The long dead are gonna go first. The goats are going to go on an undisciplined flank. She can still have a lot more troops, eh? 2, 3, 4, 4. And a bunch more. Knock out 4 of them. Put in 4 of them. Really no reason not to do things this way. I'm okay with that. Like, all right, I'm going to leave the goats here. This guy can actually have... Oh, no, right, because you have bad morale. Yeah, I'll give you the goats. Let you have your goat army. Supply items for the armies. That'd probably be a smart idea. I just don't know that I want to risk all my gems with that yet. Can I empower you again? 75. What about the death guy? Ooh, you're one off. Not that they need to be any more powerful at this point, but it's good to have our options open. Commanders with bow or ranged weapons have the ability to be ordered to fire rare, which unit archer squads do not get. Could be funny strategy. Some people mass bows of war with fire rare in hopes to snipe enemy mages. I could see that working for sure. Evocation goes to 5 and thaumaturgy goes to 3 in a single turn. Claim the throne of beasts. A dire portent. At the beginning of this month, Harambe, god of the sacred eye, king of navigation, guardian of the tablets of destiny, opener of the ways, cast a great enchantment upon the sky. An enchantment that holds the seed of omniscience reserved for she that is to rule all. That which is hidden and has been revealed to Harambe, king of navigation. That which is forgotten to be found. You are being watched. Your servants are being watched. Your slaves are being watched. The unblinking eyes of the Lord of is ever watching your moves, peering over your shoulders, glaring at you from the sun, watching you from the shadows. By taking the first step towards omniscience, Harambe, king of navigation, has set herself upon a path that, if not blocked, will lead to her ascension. There is only one fitting punishment for this grotesque arrogance. You must blind these ever-present eyes. Okay. Blightland. I didn't want to watch that. Where's the Blightlands? Here. What else do we have? Rivers have swollen in Darphos. Flooded rivers. Income reduced. A sneaking scout of Atlantis was killed at the Cradle of Life. And Magnus has become a legendary hero. Unequaled obesity. This hero is of extraordinary size and will have more hit points and strength at the cost of encumbrance. I love that this guy is a legendary hero when all he does is sit around and research. What do we do here? 1660. Wow, that worked out pretty well. So this is a full cavalry army. They are ready to rock and roll. Boots of quickness, robe of shadows. Building palisades. All right, that's up there. Obviously, has gotten some of my attention now. I wonder about these lions. Like, I wonder if basically if I bring these guys up, could I kill these lions just with all my mages? Theoretically, the answer to that is yes. You can cast Mother Oak. Centered on a single province. The oak grants 2 growth in the province where it's cast. We have 4 growth in this province. It would destroy my farmland if I did it there. Plains. 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 Increased growth by maximum of 2. I don't know why growth is stuck at 4 here. Not that I'm complaining. Because it's going to become a forest. Basically, wherever I cast this is going to become a forest. Good resources hinders movement. Well, I guess it won't if I was to cast it in somewhere like the Blightlands. Urfell. I mean, I could move up and cast it somewhere like that, but I do feel like the Mother Oak probably wants to be closer to the back lines. This seems like a safe spot to build it. So I think I'm just going to do it here. Extra magic gems makes it harder to dispel. She's not a communicant. No. But she's definitely the only one who can cast this, so. Let's have everybody just cast some spells here or empower themselves if they can. Fires from afar. Fires a row of flame bolts towards an enemy army. The more units present in the camp, the greater chance of hitting the target. Augury, Inner Sun. Transmute fire. Turns fire gems into gold. Could you forge something cool, maybe? Scorpion Crown. Dragon Scepter, Rod of the Phoenix, Evening Star. Fire and Death Magic. There is this really good barding. You know what? Let's have them make that. This homie can't really do anything. I could empower him with something, but he's just such a good priest. I don't really think that's necessary. You can empower yourself with death magic, so let's do that. You are astral. The arcane lens gives us additional spell range. Do you have a hat? You don't have a hat. Forge the astral hat, and then you'll be a 5 astral mage. Boots of quickness, robe of shadows. I'm going to send her down to Brightgate. Am I? What if I gave her the Bow of War and just gave her all the Pegasuses? And then she could become a really cool archer character. Jokum, hello! Dire Portent's a global enchantment, or cast Eyes of God so you can see it on the global enchantment list. Eyes of God. Ritual. Enables the mage to see all provinces in the world. Dominions can be seen in great detail, so can discovered magic sites. But income cannot be determined exactly. Inside the God Zone Dominion, income as well as troop movements can be seen in great detail. Detection of any glamored or invisible troops that are not stealthing. Patrolling units inside friendly domain will find it much easier to detect enemy scouts and to quell unrest. Yikes. 50 astrals. Can't say I love that. I don't think these guys need to stick around here. I don't want them to have immediate access to the Cradle of Life. So I am going to like take this, and then maybe move for Bergamot. You're building a temple down here. Everybody but you is doing something useful. You're just going to patrol, I guess. And my Mer team is making their way across. They're going to go for Theodos. Thaumaturgy 4. Conjuration 1. Wow, cool. So it automatically picked something. Successful deaths. We have Mother Oak at the heart of the world. A magic site in Flemonston. A mud field. +1 earth gems. Thank God. There's a battle in the land of our lord. Yeah, okay, that's a bit of an issue. A battle of Liquez. This is our Mer people. The Forest of the Lost has been conquered by us and our prophet. But now they're starving. Iblis has become a legendary hero. Lightning reflexes. Heck yeah, dudes. Fire resistant 10, dark vision 50. Can't decide if I want to take that crystal, this royal fortress here. I want to take these guys out is what I want to do. These stupid lions. But I think without magic, there's no way I'm going to do that. Horsies. Yeah, you're going to keep moving there. These homies have done all the stuff that they wanted to do. Let's see here. Astral Mage gets an astral hat. So you now have 5 astral magic. And we'll keep them moving up. We'll keep that guy moving up. You're going to take that bow. And then you're going to try to get a Pegasus army. This dude can come back and start building temples. Because I just realized we're losing the temples we have. Actually. Yeah, we'll do that. All of you guys move. Keep researching. Okay, well, we finally actually have a war. Unfortunately, it's with these, like, underwater ghosts. Where are we on the Thrones of Ascension here? The Throne of Pestilence and the Throne of Beasts. These dudes have. That's got to be one of them. That's probably the Throne of Pestilence because they took that really early. And that's probably the Throne of Beasts. Animal Dominion gets death +1. I don't really want those. You guys have the Iron Throne. So that's either Dumia or the Forgotten Woods. Throne of Abundance. That's probably the Baron Craigs. I recall seeing an insane army up there. $120 units in the Lake of God. Or that's the Throne of Gaia. So this one is like Lions, Watchers, and a Monolith. Throne of Fortune, maybe? Could be anything. Well, I think once we move the casters up, the casters can probably... You know what? Let's, there's something we could do here. Which would be give you guys a bunch of gems. I mean, I guess I could also give them fire gems as well, seeing as they are also fire mages. And you need nature gems. I'm going to give you like 15 of those. I'm going to give you like 15 of those. And you also have glamour. Though a lot less. So that should keep her pretty busy. Our turn is how long? 1 month. Yeah. Been feeling unwell for the last 4 days. Hope you get well soon. Jokum, I hope so too, dude. Nothing fun feeling unwell. Just the worst. Okay. I don't know what thrones push us to victory. But why don't we cut a video here and we'll come back and we'll finish off in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.